Audio test. Sorry about that. There was a little bit of echo. I hope it's gone now, but we'll just begin from where we left off. So, oh, it looks like it's still there. Okay, I hope the echo won't be too bothersome. OBS has that problem inherently, I suppose, but I hope it won't like be too much of an issue when we're playing. Okay, back to what we were talking about. So this year I hope to like continue to deliver like, you know, high quality compilation videos for this game, but please I want to hear your feedback if there's anything you have issue with in terms of the quality of the compilations, because like for example, if I wanted to test like a 10-minute format, then I need to be able to test that like relatively soon so that I can see if it works pretty much. And you know, if it doesn't work, then that's not a big issue. There's a lot of things I tried out, like for example including 2 players in one compilation, seemed to work out a bit in the beginning, and then I realized that it was harder than I thought. So some of the ones where it features 2 players are kind of janky, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word, but they're not as smooth as I had hoped, basically. But yeah, the characters that are currently in the queue, I believe it's Nexus Hilda or something, Hilda, Chaos, Byakuya, Phonon, Mika, something like that. Those characters will still be done pretty soon. I'm wrapping up Hilda, so that should be published within the next week. But I might be a little busy sometime between that time. I don't know, but I'll try to get it out around that time. Okay, I guess that's all I have in my notes for administrative stuff for the channel. I mean, we can go ahead and dive into the actual art of labbing now. Nanase is a fun character. If you haven't tried her, please don't like not try her. Like, she's so much fun. Like, I don't know who wouldn't want to play a character with like really nice mobility, untraditional fireballs, you know, wacky movement, and some gimmicky tricks that you can do on offense. And who wouldn't want to pretend that you can cross up in a game where cross ups don't exist, you know? And the fact that also, like, I think it's really cool that you're able to fireball in multiple jump directions. It's hard to get the back jump one out, at least for me on the facing left. Facing right's a bit, like, I guess, easier. Anyway, yeah, Nanase is very versatile. Like, she has a lot of ways she can be played and still, you know, be perfectly viable and work out sometimes in the matchups. Like, I don't know if a lot of characters can really adapt to a certain playstyle or certain matchup as well as she can. And she does it not perfectly well, but well enough where it feels like you're playing, you know, well enough where you're having fun. Not necessarily well enough where she's competitive, but I feel like the fun is really all that matters. And then, also recently, there have been more non-set players, at least at the higher level places. I guess like Battle Arena. Shimazaki's been playing Nanase recently, which I think that's cool. I hope he stays on him long enough where he can be like a Watanabe, where or yeah, you know, like a Watanabe Shato played Nanase for a bit in 2016, and his Nanase became like really crazy after he played her for like a few months. So we'll see what Shimazaki does with that later. I mean, I don't really know what what else to say about that. They buffed her 5A, so it actually like has a hitbox according to what it looks like. That was a good buff from 3.2. In general, 3.2, like 3.2 Nanase was like a huge deal because before like a lot of her tools felt really limited and she felt like she was intentionally low tier. But now, like, at least some of her tools are flow well, like as a person would expect from playing this character, rather than like, oh, I have to play a one-dimensional, alright, fireball to get in, then, you know, jab, see what they do, jab more, all that stuff. Like they gave her the projectile launch, but I feel like it's useful because, you know, you can change up your neutral a bit, and instead of always going for like 6-6B after your B fireball in order to get in, you can actually do other stuff, and like you can pretend to get in, and instead of doing dashing B, you can dash and then launch your fireball. And then also, of course, they gave her the increased versions. Now, I'm not sure how useful they were to her game, but I guess it's a nice gesture. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much of a difference between the two versions, the increase and the non-increase. I felt like they could have given her better in that regard, but and there's also like some new tech that people have been trying out with her tornado. Like tornado fakes, I see Zawa doing it a lot more than in the past. I'm not sure how great it is, but I guess if you condition them beforehand, you know, they're probably not going to jab out of it, I guess. Nothing stops them from, you know, just pressing their standing A after the tornado, and they can jab you right out of the tornado. But of course, you can also delay your dive follow-up. That's a counter hit right there, as long as you delay it properly, because it looks like sometimes it crosses up. You don't always want to delay it too much. Yeah. and you can get pretty good mix-ups off of the tornado. Yeah, it looks like you have to space it a bit properly. Yeah. Oh, speaking of proper buttons, why is that not a low? Like, this needs to be a low already. It's not fun that you have to work so hard to mix them up, and other characters don't have to work as hard necessarily. Like, they gave Akatsuki a two-way low in a 3.1, I think. This needs to be a low sometime in the future. If that's a low, then this character might be like actually good. But I'm glad at least like she has good stagger window. Kind of resembles Byakuya in a way, but of course she can still be jabbed out of them if the opponent reads them. But there's also the threat of doing a proper frame trap. Like, that's a proper frame trap, this is a proper frame trap, and this is a proper frame trap too. So all those frame traps you have access to, the opponent is not going to be pressing buttons in the middle of your string too much, you know. So it's not too big of a deal. She doesn't have a two-way low, but it makes her kind of more reliant on conditioning and staggering when you're on the when you're pressuring them. Something like that. I don't remember her best fireball confirmed. I think also a nice thing about her, like she has very simple roots, like day one roots, bread and butters that you'd be using all the time anyway. And then she also has like more complex roots in the corner, especially with the double sword car. Like double sword car, at least probably the best damage out of her combos, but also like it's much harder than her easier combos. Like the day one combo involving increased jump C into increased jump 2C. Like those are much easier and more reliable because you can do them anywhere and they're less volatile. But then also, you know, if you're able to do the double sword car combo, like that's a significant level up because it increases your chance of adding scare to your game, I guess is the right word. Yeah. Hilda's 2A happens to be a low though, so if she didn't have that, then I think she'd be even worse than she already is. Well, I guess it's not fair to necessarily say that Nanase deserves a 2A low. Theoretically, Nanase is better than Hilda. Just theoretically. I don't know the exact like placing. Like, okay, like most characters have to change their game plan playing against Hilda, but that's like not really anything particularly special to Hilda. Like other characters like use Riha force that matchup slash gameplay change. But imagine if like Nanase had a 2A low, like Hilda did, and theoretically Nanase is already better, so you'd probably be placing Nanase within like the top 8 potentially. Like there are a lot of other factors, of course. It'd probably be changing the frame data on that or the hitbox, whatever. To me, like it has a really good stagger window. You can literally frame trap using 2A into 2B, like just by delaying it a little bit, and that's perfectly legit. So, and if you don't delay it too much, it actually combos too, so it's easy to hit confirm and everything. Like the biggest weakness about it is that it's not a low. Its range isn't great either, but that's not a big issue because it has good stagger window. And she always has her 5A for range if you need that. I'm still trying to figure out how to like properly use her air FF without being super disrespectful, because a lot of the times you can just like air FF and that's anti-airable pretty easily. Even if it looks tricky, like you can use like Hyde's uppercut to easily. Let me see if I can get that here. Pretty easily. Even if it looks tricky, like you can hide uppercut. Yeah, that's pretty free. I mean, of course, they have the mix-up is like they have to know what side to input it on, but there's probably an OS out there to know to properly input the side without knowing. Like, of course, the AI is gonna always get it perfectly, and the other problem is I don't know if you can move far. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty hard to move far enough in order to properly bait it, because like just when you're like about to be outside of the range, and this is all on hit too. Just when you're outside of the range, then the DP still connects because it has really good reach. But I'm not sure if it's different on block. Yeah. Okay, it looks like you can, but you have to like be moving away pretty far. You can't have already crossed over them, so it's not too consistent. Of course, you can also beat the frame traps that are natural using the DP, but that is borderline like impossible without CSing. Pretty much, you have to like mash CS like so much. You might already be not blocking if you bash CS that much, pretty much. But unless you're really good at DPing after you see 1-2A, then sure, go for it, and then it'll probably get baited eventually. I don't know her mid-screen max damage combo. It's probably the same as normal. Yeah, so it's not very practical to bait a DP using that. So you have to really condition them really a lot. It's not something that's that's reasonable. But she can shimmy pretty well because her backdash goes really far and it's pretty fast. And then of course her forward dash, she can cover space really quickly as well. So her shimmy game is potent, but if they DP, if they have a habit of DPing, then that DP will catch the DP will catch the shimmy, and I'm pretty sure even Hides 5A will catch it because Hides 5A has pretty long reach. Oh no, okay. If you do a perfect backdash, then the backdash won't be caught. Still looks pretty tight though. Oh man, this, my lever keeps like flicking to 7 after I hold up for a long time because my thumb is securing the lever when I'm holding up, and it's just like a drop input pretty much. It's also interesting Hides 5A can punish the sword car and the C follow. That's something I knew before. Yeah, Nanase is good at catching mashers because she doesn't have to. She doesn't have to like do her strings quickly in succession, unlike like Lin, for example, or Hyde, characters with a poor stagger windows, pretty much. So yeah, it looks like an OS can beat that. You should not dashing C into FF forward or FF air assault. Definitely not true, firstly, and secondly, it can be punished by an anti-air that reaches high enough. So not reliable. It's hard to make a dashing C safe, really, without DS or meter. So you can do that, but sometimes 214C feels really RPS, even though it's plus, because it can be tricky. Like I think it's +3 is the minimum frame advantage. Like the frame advantage could depend on how soon you land after the tornado hits. If you're at point blank, it's probably +3 or +1, something like that. But if they shield the last hit, then that frame advantage is gone. So they can press whatever button they want, I should think. First we need to find out how many hits this is, though. Actually, 5th hit so that we can get the dashing C. Oh, wait, no. Well, that's guard shield. Never mind. Okay. We can just do this. So you can throw, which is always an option, because throw beats most options, but... Oh. So it looks like it's still plus, potentially? I don't know. Or no, because I was using a 3C. I need to change this. Yeah, it's not plus on a shield. If you shield the last hit. Definitely not plus. Your best option is throw or shimmy. Or you can just block. Blocking is fine. Yeah, you can dash out. And I think also her strength can be pretty easily beaten by shielding. Of course, it's not always good to shield all the time, because they see you shielding, and then they can just easily run up and throw. Oh, because it's not true, yeah. I don't think there's any string, especially if it's shielded. The hit your FF canceling. It's definitely not plus, or it's definitely not true. Excuse me. It's already not true even if they don't shield. But I don't know the frame data after a shielded fireball, so. You know, so if you like after, yeah, for sure after that, you can see if they're guard shielding, and that's really easy to just run up and throw. Yeah, after that too. Someone has a good 2A. Who was that? User, yeah. There's also some With punching against Hyde, or sorry, against Seth. Um. Yeah, something like that. 5A is pretty safe from, I guess, counter pokes done by Seth in general. Like, normally Seth, like, if Seth tries to, like, Abra, like, 5cc, must be pretty desperate to do that, pretty much, because that doesn't have the greatest frame data on it. But 2B is a pretty go-to Abra tool for Seth, so it's good to at least know the spacing of your like 5A, I think, and you can punish the whiff 2B afterwards. And of course, you can just stagger 5A itself. I don't know if you can get true safe jumps off of throw, but it's interesting to see whether it's possible. Yeah, I wonder if that's viable. And on offense, the ADP into CS and do whatever. But it seems like too much of a gimmick. But it's a gimmicky character, so you do whatever you want. Yeah, first of all, it doesn't even reach far enough in the middle of the string, I guess. Yeah, I guess because of the vacuuming it has, it seems not too far-fetched. Yeah, that's even true, off of a long-range 5C. Oh, but it looks like increased jumping 2C is not an overhead, so it's not awesome, but at least increased jumping 2C has a lot of block stun. Oh, it's the B tornado, not, yeah, that's right. Yeah, seems decent, I guess. But I don't know if that's optimal. That's just like the autopilot combo, I guess. Yeah, it's similar. It seems similar to A Tornado, where you can just use it as like a vacuuming. And A Tornado in some ways can be safer because it's not a DP. First of all. Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. I enjoy making the compilation videos. You know, when I first saw this game and noticed that there's nothing really on YouTube for it other than like match videos, I felt like it needed to be done, so that was that. Oh, so it looks like if they're not in block stun, then it won't vacuum them, really. Yeah. It vacuums them in block stun, so that can be useful, actually. Yeah, I was wondering if that would be a true reset. It's not, because the invuln when you air tech. Oh, that traded. Whoa. Whoa, wait. I want to try that again. Okay, not that time. Wait, this is actually interesting. Like, I feel like a whole tech video can be made off of ADP CS. Do I use personal streams for highlights? So, not really. Like, I'm really a lab monster type of guy, so I don't really net play a lot. Like, I have certain people I net play with because they live pretty close to where I am, but otherwise, like, when I stream, I just do lab. But I can consider doing highlights for sure, maybe in the future. Yeah, her neutral is weird. Like, I would say Mika's neutral is weird because, like, she's very fast, she has a fast run speed, and her backdash goes pretty far. But then she doesn't have, like, range moves like most characters do in this game. Like, even a character like Nanase, who's pretty stubby in general, has the long range 5C, you know, jump 2C reaches down pretty far, 2C, 5B, like, she has all of that. Mika seems to, like, have only a few buttons that have really long range, and they're not as long as I'd say they should be. Like, okay, her 2A is really good, I'll just say that. Like, her 2A is so good, but I guess it comes at a cost because her other buttons aren't great. Like, her increased jumping C is good, but obviously it's slow. Like, I'd say the issue with Mika is that she doesn't have, like, she doesn't have things that she really excels at that other characters aren't good at already. So pretty much whatever she can do, like, other characters can do, and probably do it better than her. But, you know, like, I guess, like, the fact that this character's in the game, it adds an extra matchup that the top players would have to learn. So there's still some advantage to playing a character like this, I would say. Like, obviously having a really big 2A, that's awesome, I think. And then her increased 5C, I mean, so good. That's gonna fish for counter hits too. You can do increased 5C 2A into her her wheel, and that's gonna get some counter hits for free. At least if they're mashing. Okay, looks like it traded there. Yeah, so you have to space it a bit well, I guess. But it's all fun. I mean, when you're playing a character like this, like you're supposed to have fun. So she doesn't lack that, and because of that, like I feel like it's not too big of a deal that she doesn't have great tools necessarily. It's awesome that she has that. Like if they didn't give her a 360 command grab, then I'd feel like she's just a bad character, pretty much. But because she has that like scare factor that she can do anytime, and lead to like 4 or 5k damage for free, as long as you have Vorpal, of course. I feel like that's really important. Like if she didn't have that, then I don't know where she would stand in terms of the game's meta. Okay. I feel like that's really important. Like if she didn't have that, then oh, I don't know where she would stand. Yeah, we'll see. I have to like find a person I can net play with while streaming. Like generally when I've like tried net playing before while streaming, and I guess because my computer is not great, it'll start causing the net play itself to have a lot of input delay, so it's not really been viable for me to do that. But I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I'll look into it. Shamar, I think. I'll look into it. And yeah, I'll be doing a Mika compilation along the line, somewhere down the line. I think she's 5th in the queue behind Hilda, who's coming next, Chaos, Byakuya, and I think there's more. Phone on a Mika. There we go. Yeah, Mika's coming next. So I hope that you can see a little bit more of her, how Neji plays her, and what she's capable of. She's really fun, and there's a lot of like things she can do that require like a lot of creativity, which not all characters necessarily have that dimension to their game plan. So oh yeah, okay, now we're back to this this tech here. I'm trying to figure this out, like, how useful is that? Yep, we'll get there. We'll get there. I can't give a timetable for when the Mika compilation will come, but the goal is to get there, so I'll try my best to do it as soon as possible, though. There's a lot of characters that are before her, though, and it might take me a bit to find the footage for them, because they're characters I haven't really saved a lot of footage for, especially Hilda. Hilda is taking me forever. Like, I had to, I spent like all of last weekend looking through Hilda's footage on Acho from Isago, and he's got a lot there, but also not everything was great for a compilation video, so that's why it's taking a bit. Yeah, I feel like there's potential with this with ADP tech something. Okay, that one it didn't pull in, it looks like. So there's not really much of a point to do it, I guess, at a far range, unless I guess you want to fake, like fake a jump or something. Like, I guess all of Nonus's game plan relies on ambiguity anyway, so like I don't know if that's really that reliable. And you can, I guess you can cancel it into, if you don't have Vorpal, you can cancel it into Sea Tornado. Yeah, for now, I'm just gonna say that ADPCS is gimmicky, and it's better to just do Sword Car DS. Oh, whoa, okay, that's interesting. So if you delay it a certain amount, okay, I don't know how to reproduce that. It traded and it switched sides still, which was interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. Her boxes can be weird. I noticed like Shato, for example, when he played Nanase, he likes a lot the resets into the B follow-up of the sword car, which is interesting. I don't know if that's great. Okay, why does that completely miss? I mean, I understand that's crouching, but it seems to me there's not really much of a point of even increasing her A fireball. Okay, yeah, that's something that has to be changed. There's no that's kind of annoying. Okay, looks like if you get closer, maybe. Which makes sense because its trajectory is kind of like a parabola in a way. Like it makes like a little U before it goes away. But it's not really that fun when that hitbox should be changed a bit. Doesn't look right. Who else is tall? Oh, Waldstein. Yeah, that'd be one to test. Okay, on Waldstein at least. On Waldstein at least it does what it's supposed to do. But Okay, well, there's still certain ranges where it misses, I guess. You see, after that, like, maybe Nanase would have true 50-50 with the 2A low. That's probably why they haven't given it to her, because she's supposed to not be like a very true mix-up character. She's just supposed to be tricky, but it might be too strong to give her a 2A low. Well, we can always hope. So they're the ADP whip. Yeah. Still pulled in Hilda a little bit. So I guess the pull in kind of depends on the hitbox of the, or the hurtbox, I should say, of the character who's there. Okay, what time is it? Yeah, fun character. Wait, you shouldn't be able to assault over, yeah, there's no time where you should be able to assault over a character's hurtbox. So it seems like if you do, if they respect that, I guess, you get some sort of cross-up, it seems. Yeah, I don't know if it's same side though. So I have to like block against it myself. Oh, I have to do the other one. You know what? There we go. Something like that. Oh, whoops. Start over. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so if I think like she's gonna go overhead. Oh no, if I walk backwards a little bit, then it's the same side. Yeah. So it's not really that gimmicky. I guess it catches them if they're crouching a little bit. Yeah, I don't know about it. It seems like too risky anyway. Like I guess it's only gonna catch them if they're crouching. Like they have to be really crouching for quite a while for that to even work. So. Yeah, that doesn't work. But of course, you never have to assault necessarily. You can just jump over them. But it looks like even jumping B won't reach down enough for it to work. Yeah, because of the sword thrust appears to like move them together with the momentum of it. Like I guess you're able to cross them up, and they still haven't like refaced because they're still in hit stun too, or sorry, block stun. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I guess it only really works if they crouch. And there's no need for them to crouch after that, because she doesn't have a two-way low. Alright, that's all for now. Thanks for watching if you tuned in. And I look forward to making more compilation videos for sure. And again, thanks for watching and see you next time.